Casa 1, tarinão, casa 2.
Passa ela rapidinho.
Vamos passar.
É. Eu escrevi? Não.
O computador escreveu.
Pois. Tá?
Tá. Valeu.
Vamos lá.
I think that music has always played a really important role in my life. I never wanted to play an instrument. I used to like singing. I used to like hearing the organ in the church and hearing recordings of nightingales, listening to the blackbirds outside the window, and then also going into the forest at Gombe, and the sound of the wind in the leaves it's real music for me. And because I've always loved music, to have the opportunity to talk about the things that I care about and give the messages to people that I feel are important, and tying it in with music, it just feels that I'm a part of that music. And I think that the voice is music in a way. It doesn't have to be singing. There is a certain music in the cadence of a voice. And so I've always just loved the trio and performing together and feeling a part of it. Quite honestly, although I took tapes to play at Gombe, it never really worked. There wasn't terribly good acoustics, and I didn't actually use it very often, because for me, the music was out in the forest and the sound of the waves on the lakeshore. And, you know, and then when you get a storm and you get this incredible, the storm in the forest is so rich in sounds, all kinds of sounds. And that, for me, is the music of nature. And taking some music from outside into nature doesn't work for me. It doesn't. So for me, it's to be on a platform with two people playing music, and then into that music, I can feel the music of nature. And so that situation, being on the stage with musicians, is perfectly natural, and it fits and it works with what I'm feeling.
Hello.
Just gonna ask them to the stage.
I think that when I'm on the stage with music, it actually increases the energy. And if you think of a symphony, there's the quiet movement, the slow movement, and then you get your crescendos and your loud movements. And to me, it's the balance, it's the harmony, it's rising up to a peak, and then the audience needs to come down. And now we have the music of nature very loud in my ear, a bird singing. I truly think that the music, along with my words, is enhancing what I do. And I think the audience, from everything I've learned by talking to them, they feel the same. And there is a rhythm and a musical cadence in rising and falling. It's the same with nature. In the early days at Gombe, I didn't have anything as sophisticated as, I had not even a typewriter. I had a pencil and paper. We had almost no money. And it was much, much later that I got some equipment to play music. It was basically classical music. And I used to sit when we had the little house down on the beach and play music when I was working.
That was my dog, Rusty. You can't share your life in a meaningful way with anyone. But sometimes something happens that's like a huge reward. Something that happens which makes you think, oh goodness, it really is all worth it.
I think my life today is, in a way, it's crazy. It's traveling the world about 300 days a year and delivering the message. And I feel that's important because so many people have lost hope and we are destroying the planet at a rather fast rate. But I continually meet people doing amazing things. Nature has an incredible resilience if you give her a chance. The young people, once they're empowered, it's amazing what they're doing to turn the world around, and I have great confidence that more and more and more of them are becoming involved. And it's terribly important to reach not just the tree huggers, in quotes, but also other people who would not normally come to my lectures. So I take any opportunity I can to reach those people who wouldn't normally hear the message. So this is why, for me, I can't stop. I was given a gift, and I think Wolfgang, Gabriele, you were given gifts too, and you use your gifts. My gift was communication, and I have to try to use it. And I know that the message is getting through because people have told me. And if we carry on with business as usual, then for our great-grandchildren, there'll be almost nothing left. So it's really important. And to get together with people who feel the same and who have a sympathetic understanding with each other to reach more and more different kinds of people, that's what we have to do. That's why I'm so happy.
What is amazing with Jane is that usually good musicians are not necessarily virtuoso of their instruments, but they are for sure great listeners. Of course, because her life is talking about it, but it's a testimony of high quality of listening.
But you know, I was watching the last time you were playing. 2 sparrows came and listened to you. I think they were rather in awe because they stopped squawking. I wonder what they think. But nature, you know, is filled with sound. And out in the forest, you hear the sound of the waterfall, the rain pattering on the leaves, the wind stirring through the trees, the animals with their different sounds. We were making a recording this morning, and the sparrows were doing their usual chirping. And I said, well, there's a lovely blackbird here. I wish he would come and sing. And during that recording, that blackbird came within about, 3 minutes, came and sang right on a tree beside me, and then flew away. Jane, I did it for you. So there is...
So we are kind of 2 blackbirds around.
That is not music. Can you hear the sparrows all the time? Because they're not exactly the most musical of birds. There's one, there we are, the blackbird. Blackbird's over here. If he'd come right in this bush and sing, wouldn't that be magic? Let me just get the sparrow. There he comes, she from her nest.